Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, men and women of goodwill. My name again still remains Onyebuchinwa Chibụzọ, known as the Gracia or the Sea of the Seer. Preaching nothing but the undiluted truth. Please hit the like button and share. It's quite alright that I did this very program very late this night, but you have to hit the like button and share. Let's move to the presentation of the day. If you wish to support this very platform, please, you can do that through super chats. Thank you. And may God Almighty continue to bless you as you share this very program. I have to tell you people that lies and deceit will not stand for the test of time. Coming soon, very soon. You can go Uruagu and scam. You know, mobile 419, and I told our own people, 419 was in here Okpontu Uruagu Nemezio mobile. The other day, it was 5 point something million. This one now, over 8 million. I am coming. It is coming soon. I will grant and present the interview. Coming soon. I don't think whichever way you people are going to hear, you are going to see it very soon. Those are the people telling you, oh, Mazen Namdekan is not, it's a scam. Mazen Namdekan is a scam. Talking rubbish. Not knowing that they were targeting people. And I thank him, Uruagu. I am thanking you, but this one email, I don't like it. Maybe yanda porogo original. Why they have him? Why they have him? But this particular 419 email, I don't like it. I don't want anybody to tamper with Iko Nso's family. Iko Nso died for Biafra. Going to scam them again is none and avoid. Scamming them up to the tune of 8 million, 8 point something million. You collected the money and blocked them. Almighty God will judge you. If you do not pay that particular money, if you don't pay that particular 8.5 million or 8 point something million that you scam, the land of Biafra will judge you. I was telling people, I think I told Chikwado that you're a scammer. But Chikwado never listened because the young man is a simple man like Iko Nso. He said that many people know many things about this Okpokoro Feke called the Okpontu Uruagu, but to me, he never did to me until I experienced it. And Chikwado, you have experienced it. The one that you are younger brother to Iko Nso. Your brother sacrificed for this very struggle. And I don't want anybody to scam them. Even another person I would have my bottle. So far you come from Iko Nso, younger brother to Iko Nso. Your family have experienced a lot. Your house got burnt. The scammer. Assume as a buy to ego, AGMS security. I have continued to ask our people. What's the investment of Udelano Okpontu Uruagu? Their investment of insecurity. Unnato ego be people, hungry, sheepish looking individuals. Hane Bubaneri. But that should be for another day. Let me go to today's presentation. Share this very program, hit the like button if you wish to support this very platform. It is very important. Do it through super chats. Thank you.
Gumi knows where the terrorists are. Sultan of Sokoto knows where the terrorists are. You must have the political will, Mr. President, to prosecute publicly. Make it clear to all Nigerians that no one is above the law. No one is above the law. If a Fulani man kill, the Fulani man should be killed. If a pyroman kill, a pyroman should be killed. No man should be a sacred cow.
No man should be a sacred cow. That is the word of El Buba. Prophet El Buba. This man, in Nigeria now, there was a time when Igin Laden, Ndani Lehana so seed, and scam people. These prophets have been calling names for a very long time. Sultan of Sokoto is a terrorist. That is the seat of terrorists. And I saw on newspaper that Israel will do the second bombing in Nigeria. I saw in newspaper that US okays Israel intelligence. And those of you know that Israel intelligence is the number one in Europe. The Europeans use Israel intelligence. That is the number one reason they love Israel, because their intelligence is accurate. The Jews, I don't know what God, the type of brain that God gave them. So I heard some people saying, oh, the Jews in the Bible is not the Jews of today. Today's Jews are British made. Why is it that the Jews of today are wiser like the Jews of old? They are wiser like the Jews of old. And they are number one in terms of anything. Security conscious number one. Satellite number one. Tech number one. Everything number one. I heard that they will do the second bombing in Nigeria. And please, they should look. Gumi is a terrorist, and Emirate Council in Nigeria is a terrorist. Those are the people sponsoring terrorism. I want to present to you, after the bombing in Nigeria, they said, oh, they bomb empty farmland. But what they did not tell you is that that is the place that is where they build their underground bunker, where they store arms. They bombed that place, and that is what is penning them. I want to present to you, they are now running away from the same Nigeria. I want to present to you the program, please. And I will be right back. Please watch.
A resident of Masalachi in Tangaza local government area in Sokoto State have reported seeing terrorists fleeing forest after attacks by the United States. The Nigerian government and the United States had struck several forests, including Kawuri, Kamdam, and Malgam, where the Lakura terrorists are based. Reports say several of the terrorists were killed and their properties destroyed. Arise News Chief Correspondent Ferdinand Duroa is in Masalachi to give us updates. Thank you for joining us, Ferdinand. Bring us up to speed on what's going on right there.
All right, thank you so much. And yes, it is the sojourner to ensure that we get exactly the details of what happened on Christmas Day. In the last 48 hours, we have been going around Sokoto State, particularly to places where we did feel the effect. And yes, we went to Jabo in Tambowa local government area, and today we are in Tangasa, where we can confirm to you that is indeed the hub of Lakurawa activities here in Sokoto State. Now we are talking about where the attacks were indeed meant to hit, and we can confirm that yes, the locations were struck. Now we've spoken to some of the villagers, and also some of the traders, because this is a route. After here, from this point, you cross over, and then it leads on to Niger Republic, then leads on to Ghana, leads on to Burkina Faso, leads on to Mali. And from exactly what they've told us, they've told us exactly how much travelers from the Sahel, you want to call them travelers, or how much migrants from the Sahel have indeed been a destruction to the community, where there's so much fear in the air, so much fear in the air. But then from what they've told us, they can confirm that yes, clearance activities are taking place just behind us in some of the forest. They mentioned the Kawuri forest, and then also they mentioned the is it Malgam forest, where the actions place, talking about the strikes. And then also some gentlemen told us about the movements of terrorists. Now, they actually described how they had moved from one part of the forest, where they call the north, to, of course, another place. So that's the situation. Well, I'm not alone. I've indeed made this journey with our correspondent, who indeed is on ground here in Sokoto State with me. Nasiru, please join me and let's indeed take a look at this situation.
Thank you, Frederick.
Well, we wouldn't want to say it's a revelation that was made, because these are some of the stories that you have reported, including the activities of those coming from the Sahel, who indeed come in, cause disruptions and go away. But then the only situation right now is that, yes, this is the first time that we're getting pictures in Tangasa since that attack on Christmas Day.
Exactly, Mr. Ferdinand. Tangasa has a very complicated security situation where the Lakura operated, and also they have bandit, and also a kind of a tribal conflict between the Hausas and the Fulani. But the coming of the Lakura in 2024, they've been here since 2018, and they've been disrupting the livestock of people. That is what they specialize in rustling animals. But with this attack, this bombardment from the U.S. government on Christmas Day, the villagers really confirmed that, the U.S. airstrike hit the target, because they could confirm that people are moving from Kauri, Kandam, Malgam, where the Lakura have their base, and even are very, very comfortable digging a borehole and even a well to make it a permanent camp. That particular place has been hit by this attack.
Just to interrupt you, well, I think that's one of the revelations from this. We're talking about how much development they say have taken place in some of these settlements in the forest. They talk about boreholes being built.
Exactly.
Talk about wells being dug by terrorists.
And
then who indeed come out to cause commotion, cause problems, make it difficult for the people to indeed, have a normal lifestyle, rear cattle, steal, kidnap, and of course go away.
Exactly. They waited until your farm produce are ready for harvest, and they start coming. Either they kidnap and to ask you to sell your farm produce. And in most instances, this farm produce, you have to pay levy to harvest. And after you pay levy, they also come for you. They kidnap the breadwinners in the home, and they know you cannot allow your father or your breadwinners to be with them. You have to pay. So the community here have suffered a lot. I could tell you history of what has been happening. I could remember in 2020, the DPO of Tangasa was killed right inside the police divisional headquarters. 6 other police officers were killed also. And in 2021, to just paint the tribal conflict perspective of it, 6 Fulani persons officially reported were killed. But situation here, it's a bit complicated. At a point, the Lakura were even helping the locals to push back the bandit. That was when some local government officials actually confirmed that they have a hand in inviting the Lakura into the community. But at a point, that period, the Lakura were serving as reformers in a way, trying to instill a kind of of religion of their own, trying to regulate people, try to regulate what you wear, what you eat, what you drink, and at the point they became a problem.
Well, some of the historical perspectives to it, but then the news is that, yes, before now there have been worries, there have been discussions, and then about trying to get that confirmation concerning the attack, but we can indeed confirm to you precise attacks on some of those locations, and of course it did cause plenty of havoc.
Very good. Ferdinand and Nasser, I've got a question for you. It's one thing to have these strikes, but there's a need to consolidate on whatever achievements you may have gained here. Okay, the reports we're getting that you're just giving us is that some of these terrorists are leaving some of these localities, as it were. Do we have a plan, a sort of plan with the Nigerian troops, perhaps moving in and consolidate their hold on those regions that has been, unquote, maybe liberated, and at least have a military presence there on ground? It's not just to have these strikes and then leave the place the way it is, and, they come back again. So are you hearing any word on that? Definitely.
For, I think 2 days ago, the Defense Headquarters did put out a statement talking about, some kind of clearance operations. And then also, personally, I have reached out, spoken to a couple of them. And yes, I did get the same information. Now, for some reasons, we were, we were giving some advice, about moving further, though we've been able to get some very interesting pictures. But the truth is, there is need for consolidation, and that's because lots of people are beginning to talk about what might happen after now. There are confirmations that they have been able to, they are leaving their bases, and what it means is that they might be looking for some other places to go resettle, and that's even because the community themselves, they want to use this opportunity to come together, rally themselves together, and then for some of the institutions that are not really working, they want to enhance these institutions and then ensure that, yes, they begin to get things like intelligence so that they can indeed help the authorities. Well, beyond that, people are asking what exactly is going to happen right now. Now, from what we gathered, we gathered that, these persons, somehow, they have been so integrated into the society that in some places that they have even married some of their daughters. And so, lots of people are beginning to say, okay, this is perhaps a time when we can begin to go into their houses, go into those places who are related with them, and then begin to dig in for more information. So there's a whole lot that needs to happen after now. It is one thing to have these strikes, but definitely the government and, of course, the military must consolidate on this.
Indeed, we must consolidate on this and ensure that people can feel safe again in the community. Thank you so much for the update, Ferdinand Duro, Arise News Chief Correspondent there in Sokoto.
You see all of those people that we are spreading the narrative that, oh, they did not bomb them, they bombed empty farmland. This is empty farmland. They are part of terrorists. I think one news agency went to visit them. They interviewed them. They all need to be arrested, prosecuted. They need to be arrested. Capital punishment for terrorists. But will Nigeria do it? They are looking forward to Islamizing Nigeria as their emirate, as their father's land. And total disintegration will follow that place. When you talk about total disintegration, some of them will come. All those fake pastors will come and tell you, oh, division is not the payment. This and that. We need each other. Total disintegration will do a very good job in that animal kingdom called Nigeria. I am Chibụzọ, preaching nothing but the undiluted truth. There is no time on this very program. I will present another program to you. I have a lot of program to present. Please watch another one.
Trailer that was getting burned is for somebody who is from Mangu, and besides Chenso, that's the village where Bantu is coming from. Bantu is indigenous Plateau State. And I'm begging those that are leaders that we must speak to our people when issues have gotten like that, that we should not bring religious matter into it. That face the problem as they are. And I want to go to part of the remote coast, sir. I was opportune to be a member of the transition committee when this government came to power in Plateau State. And I want to say this, that the security are not doing their work. There are remote causes of this matter. Whether we like it or not, that's the truth. Mr. Speaker, I want to inform this House and Nigerians that about 300 people were trained in Israel. I said 300 people is there in our report. We gave it to government to work on it to find out those who are sent for that training. I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, to date, nobody has been traced. And those who did this training are aware, they know them. They are the ones who go to now agitate, kill 1, 2, 3 persons, and at the end of the day, it gets back to us. I am giving you this, and I'm willing to surrender those documents. I want to tell you, sir, there's a company in Nigeria today in Plateau State that is working. They did importation. About 4 trailers, 4 containers were missing. And when we trace as a committee what are in those containers to go root many, sir, we were told it was taken to a person's house, a highly politician. And trace the name of the company. I'll give you the name of the company. It is a security company in Israel. They bought arms. And we do not want to see the truth. It will continue to hunt us. It will continue to devil us. The truth of the matter, sir, there are some politicians who are behind this matter. There are some people who are behind this killing. And I want to say with honesty, I am from Plateau State. I suffer from it. It's burning me. I'm losing people. What I'm saying, I know I'm putting my life in danger. But I prefer to die. Let other people be.
That there are a lot of terrorists trending in Israel. A lot of Christian terrorists. This, you know, if you want to fight terrorism, they have entered into their Senate. They have infiltrated all of them. This is one of the terrorists. They have told him, oh, go and spread another agenda. Go and spread another agenda. Look at the way all of them are looking at them. This is one of the terrorists. And you wonder why that country is a shithole. Why that place is an animal kingdom. You wonder. These are them. And what I preach, like I told most of you, what I preach here is nothing but the undiluted truth. That's the only thing that I preach. And you must know that. Just look at them. Look at the way they lie. They lie. Simply because they want to cover the terrorism in Nigeria. Let us move to another video, please.
What if I told you the map of Nigeria, is a lie?
They say the arid north is more crowded than the humid south. Impossible. 2006 census, Kano, 9.4 million. Lagos, 9 million. A statistical impossibility. Alaba market, 50,000 merchants, $2 billion turnover. Who are they counting? Commerce proves presence. And presence is population.
People lie. But active SIM cards and roaming data, they never lie.
Identity systems count the Igbo. Census pretends not to.
The Southeast looks empty on paper. But look where the money moves.
Lagos consumes 13,000 tons of waste daily. You can't fake trash.
If Lagos generates this much waste, the population isn't 9 million, it's 25. December. The only time the ghosts return to the east.
Lagos leads NIN enrollment. 13 million registered. Where is Kano's crowd?
The census counts people at home, but the Igbo man lives abroad. And
Sabungari, Kano. The Igbo population inside the north. Are they counted?
BBC data doesn't lie. Millions registered in the north, yet somehow they vanish on paper. The census is tied to your village house, but your life is in Lekki. Lekki, a city that never sleeps, because millions live where census never found them. Dual residency, one man, two homes. The census misses him twice. The town union knows who you are. The government just guesses. Satellite data proves it. You cannot hide 15 million people. In Nigeria, census isn't about people. It's about the national cake.
In fact, that.
They say Igbos are 40% of Lagos. That's 10 million people alone.
If Lagos is 40% Igbo, who is counting the migrants that census calls invisible? The census does not count the global Igbo, but the banks do. When you are not home and not counted in the city, your number dies on paper. Census frames the Igbo as minority. Lagos tells another story. Hundreds of thousands in Kano alone. Where are they on the national roll?
But December reveals truth. The East is not empty. It is exported.
A nation that cannot count its people cannot feed them. The shadow census is real. It's time we turned on the lights. Don't just watch. Share this video. Let the truth flow like these rivers. Presented by Mabrig Research System, where research skills, faith, and modern technology meet.
Use your tongue and count your teeth. You have listened to the man. his explanation, and you should use your tongue to count your teeth. My name again still remains Onyebuchinwa Ashiburobi. Till I come your way next time. Remain blessed, please.